This story is a fictional work created for educational and entertainment purposes only.
Everyone at the office called him the Ice King because he never smiled. But one late night at the office, I discovered the lonely and gentle man hiding behind the cold mask. I had two lives. In the morning, I took Luca to school. Luca was my son. He was 8 years old. I loved him very much. Then I went to work. At work, I was very quiet. I sat at my desk. I did my work. I never talked in meetings. I wanted to be quiet. Quiet was safe. I was a single mother. I did not tell people at work. I was afraid. Some people think single mothers are bad workers. I needed my job. I needed money for Luca. So I stayed quiet. Every evening, I went home. I made dinner. Luca told me about school. We did homework. We read books. We were happy. But at work, I was quiet and small. My desk was in the corner. I liked that desk. I could see everyone. But people forgot about me. That was good. Mr. Jameson was the big boss. He was the CEO. Everyone was afraid of him. He was about 40 years old. He wore black suits. He never smiled. People called him the Ice King. His face was always cold. His voice was always serious. I heard stories about him. His wife left him 2 years ago. She left because he only worked. He never came home. He worked all the time. Now he lived alone. He worked every day. He stayed late every night. I watched him sometimes. He looked sad and alone. But maybe I was wrong. I was happy he did not see me. He walked past my desk every day. He never stopped. He never talked to me. He did not know my name. That was perfect. I wanted to stay quiet. I wanted to be safe. Some people wanted his attention. Zoe wanted him to see her. She talked loud in meetings. She laughed at his jokes. I wanted the opposite. I wanted to hide. Mr. Jameson worked very late. His office light stayed on. Everyone went home, but he stayed. Sometimes I worked late too. Luca stayed with my neighbor. I felt bad every time, but I needed to finish my work. On those late nights, I saw Mr. Jameson leave. He walked to the elevator. He looked tired. He looked sad. I thought about his empty home. Was he lonely? Did he have friends? But I did not ask. He was my boss. I was just a worker, a quiet worker. My two lives never met. Work was work. Home was home. Luca never came to my office. Nobody knew about Luca. This was my plan. This was my life. It was safe. It was lonely sometimes, but it worked. At night, I went to bed. I thought about tomorrow. Another quiet day, another safe day. This was my life. It was simple. It was okay. I did not know everything would change soon. One Tuesday morning, Mr. Jameson called a big meeting. Everyone came to the meeting room. We have a problem. Our big client is angry. They want to leave. We have 3 weeks to fix this. Everyone looked worried. This client was very important. We needed this client. I need a team, a small team. He said 5 names. Zoe was one name. Adam was another name. Then he said my name, Maya Weston. My heart stopped. Everyone looked at me. My face got hot. Maya from accounting, you wrote a good note last month. It was very smart. I remembered that note. It was very short. Just 3 sentences. I found a small mistake in a report. You will work with me. Meeting at 2 o'clock. The meeting ended. People looked at me. They whispered, Zoe walked past me. She did not smile. I was not quiet anymore. Everyone could see me now. That afternoon, we met in his office. He told us about the project. The client wanted new ideas. We had to work fast. We work late. We work hard. He gave everyone work. My work was numbers. I had to look at data. I had to find patterns. It was hard work, but it was good work. The first week was very hard. I stayed at work until 9 o'clock, then 10 o'clock. Luca stayed with my neighbor, Mrs. Bailey. She was kind, but I missed Luca. I missed bedtime. Every night, Mr. Jameson worked too. His door stayed open. I could see him at his desk. One night, I made a mistake. I sent him the wrong file. I was very worried. The next morning, I went to his office early. I knocked. "Come in. I sent the wrong file. I am sorry. Here is the right file." My voice was small. He looked at me. His eyes were not angry. They were just tired. "Thank you. Everyone makes mistakes. Just fix them." I was surprised. I thought he would be angry. "Sit down. Show me your work." I sat down. I showed him the data. I explained everything. He listened. He asked questions. He did not interrupt me. When I finished, he said, "This is very good work. This is exactly right." I felt warm inside. He liked my work. After that day, things changed. We worked together every evening, just the two of us. The other people went home at 6, but we stayed. I saw a different person now. He was not the Ice King anymore. He was serious. He was fair. When I had an idea, he listened. When he did not agree, he explained why. One night, I was very tired. I did not eat lunch. My head hurt. Mr. Jameson looked at me. "When did you eat?" "I had coffee this morning." "That is not food." He called for food. Pizza came 30 minutes later. "Eat." We ate together. It felt strange, but it felt nice. Another night, he made tea. He gave me a cup. "You do not drink coffee." I was surprised. He noticed that? "No, coffee makes me nervous. Tea is better." He smiled, a small smile. But his face looked completely different. These small things meant something. He saw me, not just a worker, a person. Every night we finished at the same time. He waited for me. We walked to the elevator together. We rode down. At the door, we said good night. He was still my boss, but something was different. In the quiet office, he felt like a friend. The project took 3 weeks. I missed time with Luca. I felt bad every day, but I also felt good. I was using my brain. I was doing important work. People could see me, and Mr. Jameson saw me most of all. On Friday morning, Mr. Jameson came to my desk. "The client wants to meet tomorrow in Green Bay. It is 2 hours away. We leave at 7. My stomach felt bad. Tomorrow was Saturday. Luca had a soccer game. I never missed his games. But this was work. This was important. Okay. That night, I told Luca. He looked sad, but he said okay. He was a good boy. Mrs. Bailey would take him to his game. I felt terrible. Saturday morning was cold. Mr. Jameson picked me up at 7. We drove to Green Bay. We did not talk much. Green Bay was smaller than our city. The buildings were smaller. The streets were quieter. The meeting was at 2 o'clock. The client's office was cold. 4 people sat on one side. We sat on the other side. For 2 hours we talked. We showed our plan. We explained our ideas. We answered questions. They did not smile. They just listened. Their faces showed nothing. When we finished, they said, "We will call you next week." That was all. We left. We did not talk. The meeting did not go well. I need coffee. We found a small cafe. It had old chairs and wooden tables. Only 3 people were inside. Mr. Jameson got coffee. I got tea. We sat by the window. That was hard. Yes. He looked very tired. We sat quietly. I watched people outside. An old man and woman held hands. A young woman walked a dog. This city is nice. It is quiet. Different from our city. Yes. Do you like our city? This was a personal question. He never asked personal questions. I grew up there. It is home. Do you have family there? This was dangerous. But I answered. I have a son, Luca. He is 8 years old. Mr. Jameson looked surprised. Then his face changed. He looked kind. 8 years old. That is good. Yes, he is a very good boy. Does he live with his father? His voice was soft. No. His father left when Luca was 2. It is just us now. I waited. I waited for the bad look. The look that said I was a bad worker. But Mr. Jameson just nodded. That must be hard. Working and taking care of him alone. It is hard. Every day I am afraid. Afraid I will lose my job. Afraid I am not good enough for him. The words came out fast. I never said these things before, not to anyone. You are doing very well. Your work is very good, and you clearly love your son. Tears came to my eyes. I looked down fast. Sorry. Do not say sorry. His voice was kind. I understand fear. I looked up. He was looking at me. His eyes were not cold. They looked sad. My wife left me 3 years ago. She was right to leave. I stayed quiet. I let him talk. I worked all the time, every day, every night. I missed dinners. I missed everything. He looked at his coffee. She asked me to stop, but I did not listen. I thought work was everything. He stopped. He took a breath. I know how to build a company, but I forgot how to build a life. She wanted a husband. I gave her a CEO. His words were honest. They were sad. When she left, I worked even more. It was easier than being alone. You did not fail, I said softly. You just chose differently. I chose wrong. I chose to be alone. We sat quietly again. But this quiet felt good. It felt safe. I use work to hide too. I stay quiet. I think that is safe. But really, I am just afraid. Afraid of what? Afraid people will think I am weak. Afraid I am not a good worker because I am a single mother. So I hide. I stay small. You are not weak. He looked at me hard. You are very strong. I looked at him. Really looked at him. He meant it. We are both lonely. We both use work to hide. He nodded slowly. Yes, but maybe we do not have to be. Something happened between us. Understanding. 2 lonely people seeing each other. Outside, the sun came out. Light filled the cafe. Thank you for listening, for understanding. Thank you for being honest, for being you. We finished our drinks. We left the cafe. We walked back to the hotel. But everything felt different now. That night, I called Luca. He told me about his soccer game. They won. He scored a goal. I felt happy and sad. I am proud of you. I am proud of you too, Mom. When I hung up, I cried. Good tears this time. Tomorrow we would go back home, back to the office, back to real life. But something changed. We saw each other's hearts. We were not alone anymore. Monday morning, we came back to the office. The sun came through the big windows. The office looked bright. I could hear people typing. I could smell fresh coffee. Everything looked the same. The chairs were the same. The desks were the same. But I felt different. I felt lighter. I felt a little happy. Mr. Jameson felt different too. He was not the cold ice king anymore. He walked out of his office. He saw me at my desk. He smiled when he saw me. It was a real smile. His eyes looked kind. "Good morning, Maya." His voice was friendly. He said my first name. He never said that before. Before, he always said Miss Weston. It was always very formal, very serious. Hearing my first name was new. It was nice. Good morning. I think I smiled too. It was a small smile, but it was real. People noticed. Sophia from the other side looked up. She saw Mr. Jameson smile at me. Then she looked at her friend. She whispered something. I saw them look. I saw them whisper. I did not know what they said, but I knew they were talking about me and Mr. Jameson. That week we worked hard. We finished the project. The work was very good. On Tuesday, the client called Mr. Jameson. They were very happy. They wanted to work with us for a long time. Our plan worked. The project was good. It was a big success. Mr. Jameson was happy. I saw him laugh more that week. He talked to me in the hall. He did not just talk about work. He asked about my weekend. Did you do anything nice? He asked about my son. How is your boy? He remembered his name. I answered his questions. I told him about the park. I told him Luca liked the swings. I smiled when I talked. It felt good to be seen. It felt good to be a person, not just a worker. But Zoe was watching. I saw her look at me. Her eyes were not friendly. She watched me when I talked to Mr. Jameson. She watched everything with a cold look. On Wednesday, I went to get coffee. Two women were talking by the machine. They were talking and laughing. They stopped when they saw me. They looked at each other. They did not smile at me. They walked away fast. Their coffee was not even ready. Something felt wrong. On Thursday, I saw Adam in the hall. Adam was usually friendly. He always said, "Hello, Maya." But on Thursday, he did not say hello. He walked past me. He looked at the floor. He did not look at me. I felt a little sad and confused. Did I do something wrong? On Friday, I understood. Everything became clear. I was in the bathroom. I was in a stall. Nobody could see me. Two women came in. They did not see me. They started talking. It is so clear. She is sleeping with him. That is how she got the project. Her voice was ugly. She has no real skills. She is young. She just uses her body to get what she wants. My blood went cold. My whole body felt like ice. They were talking about me. They were talking about my work on the big project. Zoe told me. She saw them in Green Bay together, in a hotel. Zoe said it was very obvious. That is terrible. It is not fair to us. We work hard. We do not use tricks. They left. I stayed in the bathroom stall. I could not move. My hands shook. My heart hurt. People thought I slept with Mr. Jameson. They thought my work was nothing. They thought I was a bad person. This was my biggest fear. This was what I tried so hard to stop. I always worked hard. I was always quiet. I never wanted people to talk about me like this. I went back to my desk. I felt sick. My stomach hurt. I felt angry at the women, at Zoe, but mostly I felt scared. So scared. Everything was breaking. My reputation, my safety at my job. Zoe walked past my desk. She smiled at me, a cold smile. Her eyes were happy to see me in pain. She started this rumor. I knew it. She was jealous. That afternoon, Mr. Jameson came to my desk. The office was full of people. "Do you have time?" His voice was warm and kind, like before. But now his kindness felt dangerous. People were watching, always watching. Their eyes felt like needles. "I am busy." My voice was cold. I did not look at him. I looked at my computer screen. Later, he looked surprised. His smile went away, but he said okay. He walked back to his office. After that, I avoided him. I changed how I worked. I came to the office very early, before anyone else. I left very late, when everyone was gone, but I made sure we were never together. I stopped going to his office with questions. I sent short emails instead. In meetings, I stayed quiet again. I did not give my ideas. I became small again. I made myself invisible. It was safer. Being invisible was safe. Mr. Jameson noticed. He tried to talk to me after a meeting. "Maya, is everything all right?" I made excuses. "I have a lot of work. I have to go." I ran away. One evening, he waited at my desk. Everyone was gone. The office was dark and quiet. "Maya." His voice was soft. "What is wrong? Did I do something bad? Did I offend you?" I looked at him. His eyes showed real worry. Maybe he felt hurt. I felt a little bad for him, but I was too scared to care. People are talking. My voice was just a whisper. They are saying bad things about me, about us. His face changed. He looked confused, then angry. He understood. What are they saying? I could not say the words. They hurt too much. My throat felt tight. They think I do not deserve my promotion. They think I got it the wrong way, not from my work. He was quiet for a long time. His face looked hard, like stone. "I am sorry. This is my fault. I was not careful. It is not your fault." But that was not true. It was Zoe's fault. Maybe it was my fault for being seen, for smiling. I need to go back to being quiet. It is better this way. It is safer for me. Maya. He started to say my name. He wanted to say more. "Please." My eyes were wet with tears. "Just let me go." He stepped back. He looked very sad. He let me leave. I went home. I cried for a long time. Luca was already asleep. Mrs. Bailey put him to bed. I sat in the dark living room. I felt like I lost something important, but I did not know how to keep it. I did not know how to be brave and happy at work. The next week was terrible. It was worse than before. I avoided Mr. Jameson completely. I ate a sad sandwich at my desk for lunch. I worked with my head down. I was the quiet, invisible person again. But it felt different now. Before, it was just who I was. Now it felt like a prison. But I felt his eyes on me sometimes. From his office, I felt his worry. One morning, an email came. He sent an email to everyone. The subject was "Big Meeting." Everyone must come, tomorrow at 10. People started to whisper again. What is this about? What is happening? Is someone getting fired? The office was full of nervous energy. I had a bad feeling in my stomach. A very bad feeling. That night, I could not sleep. I just looked at the ceiling. Something was going to change. I could feel it. Mr. Jameson was planning something. I did not know what. I was scared. The next morning, everyone came to the big meeting room. It was completely full. All the chairs were full. People stood by the walls. The room was noisy with whispers. I sat in a chair in the very back. I wanted to hide again. I wanted to be invisible. Mr. Jameson walked to the front of the room. He wore a dark blue suit. He looked powerful. His face was serious, but calm. "Thank you for coming." His voice was strong and loud. The room went completely quiet. 3 weeks ago, we had a very big problem. Our biggest client wanted to leave us. We had to prove that our company was the best. People nodded their heads. Everyone knew this story. Everyone knew we almost lost that client. I made a special team. They worked hard. They worked late nights. They worked on the weekend. And they saved the client. He stopped. He looked around the room. At every person. The client signed a new contract yesterday. It is a 3-year contract. It is worth $12 million. The room exploded. People clapped. People cheered. People smiled. This was huge news. This was great for the company. It meant our jobs were safe. Mr. Jameson raised his hand. The room went quiet again. This success belongs to the entire team. But today I want to talk about one person. My heart started beating fast. So fast. Maya Weston. He looked directly at me in the back of the room. "Please stand up." I froze. I could not move. Everyone in the whole company turned to look at me. My face burned. It was so hot. Slowly, I stood up. My legs were shaking. Maya found the key. She looked at 5 years of data, 5 years of numbers. She found what the client really needed. Her work was excellent. Her ideas saved this deal. He listed my work, one by one. He talked about each thing I did, each idea I had, each important number I found. He talked for 5 minutes just about my work. He gave details. He showed facts. He had all the evidence. Nobody could doubt my work now. Nobody could say I did not earn this. He was showing them the truth. Maya is the best analyst at this company. She is smart. She is hard-working. She is excellent at her job. We are very lucky to have her. His voice got stronger. It was loud and very clear. Everyone in the large room was quiet. They all listened carefully. Starting today, we have a new rule. Only work matters. Your results matter. Your skills matter. Nothing else. He looked around the room. He looked at every person, one by one. His eyes were hard. He was very serious. Gossip does not matter. Rumors do not matter. Talking about other people in a bad way is not okay. Only your work matters. The message was clear. Everyone understood. Good work was important. Bad words were not. The time for unkind talk was over. Zoe sat 3 rows ahead. Her face was red. She was not happy. She looked down at her hands. She did not look at anyone. Maya will be senior analyst now. She earned it. She worked very hard, and her work is excellent. Congratulations, Maya. The room clapped. The sound was loud and happy. The applause felt real. People looked at me differently now. They did not see a quiet, small woman. They saw a senior analyst. They saw me with respect. I sat down. My legs felt weak. It was a big moment. My heart felt full. It was full of happiness and surprise. After the meeting, people came to me. They wanted to talk to me. Adam shook my hand. "Great job, Maya." Sophia hugged me. "I am so happy for you." Even the two women from the bathroom smiled. They said congratulations. Their smiles were small, but they were real. Zoe left fast. She took her bag. She walked out of the room quickly. She did not look at me. That afternoon, I went to Mr. Jameson's office. The door was big and brown. I knocked. "Come in." I walked in. I closed the door. The room was quiet. "Thank you." My voice broke. I had tears in my eyes. "For what you did today. You helped me very much." I only said the truth. "Your work speaks for itself. It is very, very good. You used your power to protect me, to help me, not to control me." He stood up. He walked from his big desk to me. He stood close. "You deserved it. I should have done it sooner. I am sorry. I ran away. I tried to be quiet again. That was my mistake. I was scared." I took a breath. It was hard to say these words. I thought being quiet kept me safe, but it did not. It just made me small. He nodded. He understood. His eyes were kind. "I do not want to be quiet anymore. I want to be seen. I want to be strong." "Good," he smiled. "You should be seen. You are smart and strong." We stood there, looking at each other. So much changed in 3 weeks. It was a short time, but it felt like a long time. The project is finished now. You are not working under me anymore. No, I am not. So technically, I am not your direct boss anymore. Technically, no. My heart beat faster. What did he want to say? He looked nervous. The Ice King looked nervous. It was strange. It was sweet. "I think we should meet." Outside the office. "A meeting?" My voice was small. "Yes. No work. No papers. No reports. Just you and me. To talk." I understood. This was a date. He was asking me on a date. This was my choice. It was a big choice. I could say no. I could stay safe. I could go home to my son and my quiet life. I could protect myself. Or I could say, yes. I could be brave. I could take a chance. Maybe this was a chance for something new, something happy. I thought about Luca. I thought about my life. I thought about being quiet for so long. I did not want to hide anymore. Yes. I smiled. I would like that.